Hello? Okay, it's working. Okay. What if you can take control of your life in a virtual world where you can create an avatar, go on adventures, or solve puzzles? You can be anything, say anything, do anything you want. Just think about it. There is a game for everyone, depending on your interests. So what is a game? A game is a form of play or sport, typically in a competitive setting with a set of rules. It's also dependent on skill, strength, or luck. I do know a thing or two about games, actually. I recently finished my co-op at the Games Institute, which is situated here at the University of Waterloo. And they deal with game-related interactions, as well as development and research. I wish I had done a bit of research in the past, though, when I was still living with my little brother. My brother had a tendency of waking up early in the morning and turning on his laptop to play another round of his favorite game called RuneScape. The only time he would actually leave his room was to go to the bathroom or to find something to eat. Now, that was him 3 years ago, but he's grown into a young man who takes the time to talk to his floor mates and is having a blast in college. 3 years ago, my parents would have called what he had game addiction, and I admit I did too. Game addiction, violence, social isolation, these are all stereotypes associated with playing video games. And although not everyone may think this way, the media definitely reinforces these stereotypes to keep us in this way of thinking. Now the big question is, why should we adopt games in our lives? Why should we play video games at all? There have been more studies done on the negative effects on video games over the benefits of playing video games. And I'd first like to debunk those stereotypes. So some people have a big temptation to say, everything would be fine if so-and-so didn't play so many video games. The blame game is real, and it's stopping us from addressing these underlying issues that might arise that people don't want to face up to. There have been negative reports where mass killers are associated with violent video games, but there really is no correlation between the two. Violent video games actually helps people face their fears and anxieties and is a substitute for rough play. Now think about the time you spend watching TV and movies. Some people believe that watching TV is better for you than playing video games, but it's actually the opposite. When you play games, you're using your mind to think. When you're watching TV, you're put into a neutral state. Other people also believe that games are socially isolating. But nowadays, we have new games with a multiplayer feature where you can make new friends from all over the world. How else are we connected? Well, we're connected to different types of technology. I could have something called a myoband on my arm, where it can read my arm muscle activity so that I can control any digital device over Bluetooth. Presentations like this one can be easily controlled with just a slight movement of my arm. Another tool used in game development is called the Oculus Rift. The Oculus Rift is a pioneer for revolutionizing the way we view games and experience it. You can see and interact with objects in a whole new way. A way we can use Oculus Rift in real life is to map out new homes for potential homeowners so that they can put the Oculus Rift on and have a grand virtual tour of the house before they buy it. There are many perks to playing video games that people don't really think about as well. Games can be motivational. You can learn how to face those failures and go towards those goals, persevere through the tough times, and celebrate those moments of victory. Another fact is that games can also be used to help people understand different mental illnesses, such as depression or obsessive-compulsive disorder. It can be very therapeutic for those who have it, and they can use these games to know that there are people out there who feel the same way that they do. Now, I've learned a few skills, cognitive skills actually, from playing games. I've learned geography from Carmen Sandiego, the life cycle from the Game of Life, as well as how to live in the Wild West from the Oregon Trail. With every new generation of video games, you gain new skills and new benefits. You can choose what you want to take from video games, whether it be to gain experience or to learn something new or to find understanding. Even though my brother was plugged into the virtual world, he learned many skills at the same time. He's more social now, and he's even using his bartering skills that he learned from RuneScape in real life. So what is a game again? A game is a form of play or sport, but it can mean much more than that. So stop avoiding games, ignore those stereotypes, and have some fun. Turn on that gaming console or that laptop. and join in on the revolution. And game on.